Well, if you have any multimedia story to share on this Silver Jubilee celebration, feel free to send us a WhatsApp message and we'll be happy to share it on all of our social media platforms. Now, let me tell you the story of one individual whose life has been touched in a special way by the Multimedia Group, and we won't go far. We call out Seth Kwame Boateng. He's currently an international and local multiple award-winning JoyNews journalist whose economic situation has been turned around through his association with the Multimedia Group. He's also touched a lot of lives. The secret, he started here only as a receptionist or a front desk executive, as we call them. And I'll be speaking to him about his rise at the Multimedia Group. Right now, though, one of the works of the multimedia brands that has touched many lives and improved our society, a documentary that revealed how congestion was leading to deaths of many children in Kumasi. It took one piece of journalistic work to get action to end those deaths. Now, this work was done by Seth Kwame Boateng.
All pregnant women like Natasha wish for a safe delivery. They would want to be attended to at a well-resourced facilities where delivery is safe for both mother and baby. In the northern sector of Ghana, spanning from the Ashanti region through to Brong Ahafo to the three regions of the north and even part of central and western regions, the Komfonochi Teaching Hospital is the best bet for most pregnant women. All complications are referred to this hospital. Unfortunately, the lack of facilities to support delivery at the hospital still make Komfonochi Teaching Hospital one of the deadliest places to deliver.
It's because our delivery suite has only 8 beds. And consider that everybody wants to come to Komfonochi to deliver.
It will certainly not be a pleasant experience. There are a number of sick babies at the mother and baby unit of the Komfonochi Teaching Hospital. Unfortunately, these fragile babies are going through even worse times than what their mothers experience prior to their delivery. I have come to this unit to see things for myself. Dr. Jikua Planjou heads this unit.
This is the mother-baby unit. It's the unit in Komfonochi where every baby who's below 2 months, if they fall sick, will be admitted.
This is certainly not the only problems these mothers face here. The hospital has managed to secure one room for all the mothers, but the only difference between this room and a prison cell is that this room does not have an iron gate with heavy padlocks securing the doorways of prisons. Imagine about 100 mothers having to share this small space. This unit is no respecter of persons. Whether you are rich or poor, you have no choice but to use this room.
The key big thing now, it's about space. It's space, space, space. I know that we have a new unit, a new building that is being put up. It's been in the pipeline for quite a while.
Since 1974?
Yeah, since it's quite a long, I know somewhere in the 70s. When that is done, it will definitely ease the pressure on this unit. We'll be able to spread out, we'll be able to, people sometimes want to give us equipment. I think 2 years ago we had a donation from a group called East Meets West.
Seth Kwame Boateng filed that report, and today I'm going to take you to one of the places that has been an experience to me. It is called the newsroom. So join me as we go over to the Joy Newsroom, where Seth Kwame Boateng is going to share with us his story. So for 18-year-old story. So for 18 years, he's joined this company. His own life has changed, his family's, he's touched the lives of his family members, but he's touched the lives of a lot of Ghanaians. So welcome to this newsroom. This is the Joy Newsroom. And over here, it is life in summary. We've had times of frustrations, we've had times of great joy, and we've had some of the most ridiculously funny conversations. Seth Kwame Boateng is here with me. Seth, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, in general.
Congratulations to you, Seth. You're earlier in the on the show, we played excerpts of your documentary. which is coming up on the 13th of January. Tell us about it. I see that you're working on something here as well.
Oh yeah, so this one is Balls in Danger. That is a cancer in men, prostate cancer, and I have the cervical cancer coming up, God willing, Monday. It will be 8 a.m. on the Super Morning Show Monday. Then in the evening, 8:30, we watch on JoyNews on Multi TV. So it's about the number of women who are dying because of cervical cancer or because they've been reporting late in when they even start seeing the symptoms. And it's such that we lose approximately 1,500 women every year here in Ghana to cervical cancer. And this is a disease we can prevent if we do the screening and do the vaccination. That is the problem that most of us are not doing, or they are not doing what they're supposed to do. So that's the challenge we are having, for which reason we are losing more women in Ghana now.
And this story, Seth Kwame Boateng, that you're working on has not even come out yet, but there have been a lot of reactions to it. People seem very excited about this. Tell us more about it.
I think it's because of the pictures they've seen and the fact that I thought people knew about cervical cancer. But when the promo even started, or even in-house, the little discussions that we've had with people, I got to know that we seem not to know much about cervical cancer and how we even acquire it. It's a sexually transmitted disease, and that is what is scaring many people. And the pictures they have seen, the fact that when somebody has it and the person walks in here, none of us can stay here because of the stench that will come there, that bad smell. So that is the reason. And also people are surprised that I've been saying that this is something we can treat. That is, if it is detected early. That's why it's of concern to most people. And also because it takes time for the symptoms to manifest. It takes between 20 to 30 years. So even if you have that problem, without the screening, you never know until after 20 to 30 years. That's when you get to know that you have that problem. I think that is what is scaring more people. And already I've been told, and I've seen a few ladies here at Multimedia who have gone to do the screening.
Okay. I mean, I have done that screening. I think I did it about five years ago. I think another thing that interests a lot of people about this is the fact that it is a very interesting part of the human body. And people have made a lot of jokes with it. It is something that we take for granted, the fact that, you can have sex with whoever you want, but you take for granted that something could possibly go wrong with your vagina.
Yeah.
And Seth, let's talk about your journey. It's been what, 18 years?
So I started in 2002 at Love FM as a receptionist. That was when I joined Multimedia, and by God's grace, I'm still here working in the JoyNews room, and I'm fulfilled because I can say God has used us and the platform that we've had to change lives, to impact lives, and also solve problems, and that's what excites me. It's been 18 years.
You started, Seth Kwame Boateng, as a front desk executive, what people will call receptionist. How did you?
I know how to respond to telephone calls very well.
Okay, give us an idea. So if I just called here, what would you typically say?
So Love FM. So good morning. This is Love FM. My name is Seth Kwame Boateng.
How can I help you?
How can I help you?
To be very honest, Seth, here in the newsroom, we get a lot of calls, but we also have a lot of, timelines to meet. We have a lot. It gets very frustrating when sometimes you can't get things through and someone is calling you. How were you able to manage, around that time? And I'm sure that at this time, Joy FM Multimedia was, one of the biggest rival to GBC at the time. How did you manage it through it then?
I think what has helped me survive to date is the support I've had from my bosses, because they have to give you that opportunity. They have to believe in what you're doing for them to provide all the resources you need to excel, as God has helped us get to where we are now. And it's the support and the teamwork, you understand, because if you don't get your editors to side with you, to understand what you're doing, it's difficult for them to grant you or give you the opportunity to do what you want to do. And I think they've realized I'm passionate about what I've been doing, and I think I show it in everything, because it's not easy to produce even one documentary. This cervical cancer thing has taken me close to a year to produce, because some of the interviews I arranged with people, they disappointed me. They will tell me, okay, meet us at 4 p.m. Tell me the venue. Oh, we'll call you 5 minutes time. We'll call you. Pack your things. I'll be on the road. I'll be calling them. They will not answer. Wow. That one interview I needed took me 1 month. The person didn't even do the interview. I had to look for another person.
But the good thing is that on the 13th of January, this story is going to be on the screen and is going to be on radio as well for our viewers and our listeners.
And I'm so happy that Ghanaian women are going to be educated on this dangerous disease, which is curable. That is, if it's detected early. And that's what excites me, that we have learned, even before we show it, even in-house, people have really learned about this, and people come and ask questions about it. So I'm happy that we have done this, and we are still educating Ghanaians, and we have more to give Ghanaians the next 25 years.
We have more to give Ghanaians the next 25 years. Well, I'm here in the newsroom. Like I said, for me, the newsroom is life in summary. Okay, we have a lot of fun here. We have a lot of harsh criticism here. Sometimes you need some real nerves to be able to survive here. But I just will introduce you to some of my colleagues. I'm sure you know all of them. But let's just find out. Kwesi Parker Wilson is one of the new faces here at JoyNews. He's not at 18 years old, Seth Kwame Boateng. Parker, tell us your story. You look like a farmer, but that's okay. That's actually okay. Parker, tell us about your experience.
I've seen him in movies, right?
Oh, yes.
I'm just wearing the T-shirt on top of my African print.
That's what's making you look like a farmer. And actually, you look great. I think you should consider farming, apart from the Kuma wood, you should consider farming. But tell us about your experience, Parker. You've joined this company, what, 2 years now?
Yeah, I think close to 2 years now. It's been an interesting journey. The boss himself, Elvis Kwashi. Yeah, of course, we need to find him. He's taught me a lot of things, and of course, the newsroom, as you mentioned, sometimes you need some real nerves to stay in this newsroom, because sometimes I get very heated. But I think all in all, it's been a learning curve for me. And just as Seth was saying, that we still want to push hard and make sure that as we celebrate our 25 years, the next 25 years will be a better one for all of us. So it's been an interesting journey for me.
It certainly is an interesting journey. I'll soon be going to the newsroom. Matilda, I think you should come around. So Matilda Womega is one of my producers here on The Pulse, and she just got married. You should see her before she got married and now. There's been a great change since okay. So Tilly, tell us about your own journey. I remember being here in the newsroom when Matilda came here with Becky. They were both interns. Yeah. Matilda is now a producer. Matilda, tell us about your journey.
Oh, it's been an interesting journey, a life-changing journey for me, and it's been worth all the sacrifices, because starting in here as an intern some 7 years ago, officially 5, but intern 7 years ago, following senior reporters on assignment, and I particularly took interest in health reporting. And may her soul rest in peace, Yafu Swajimfi. She was one of those people here who nurtured me, took me through it. But there was this life-changing story for me, life at Mwete. I remember even in this newsroom, I was named Mwete, yes. I was named Mwete because of how I captioned the story.
How did that name change? It's amazing. We don't hear that name anymore.
Yes, with time, everything changed, because I'm sure because of the stories I was doing subsequently. But over the period, it's been good, and the journey has been great so far.
It has indeed been good. I was here before Tilly came. It's been good. She's married. I'm not married. I will get married very soon. But it's been good. When she says it's been good, she knows what she's talking about. It's been good indeed. For this gentleman, I can't show you his face. I can't show you his face because of the work he does. But this is Kwete Nate. Kwete has a very interesting story all the way from TV Africa. He joined Multimedia. Kwete, we can hear Kwete, but we can show someone else's face. Noella, let me come to you. Do tell us about your journey, Noella, here at the Multimedia Group.
It's been an amazing journey. I've been here for, 4 years. I joined here when I was just, a production hand for Hits FM. And in my 4 years journey, I have evolved or have progressed from being.
You really have.
I'm telling you, from just being, a production hand to a newscaster, and now I can say I'm a proud on-air personality of Multimedia Group Limited. So it's been good.
It's been good. Oh, it's been good. Well, there's one very interesting person in the newsroom that I want you to meet. I know you've met her a couple of times on TV. Mapitso Sebidi. She's not from here. She's a South African, but I told her that we've been very good to her. In fact, Ghana has been very good to her. She needs to pay extra tax. Mapitso Sebidi. Mapitso, it's good to have you here on the show. So, Mapitso actually used to be a part of the production team for JoyNews, for Pulse. But she somehow, she vanished into thin air. Mapitso, how has it been for you?
It has been very good. I don't know what to say. Like you said, you've been very good to me. The bosses have been very good to me. I've learned a lot. And to another 25 years, I'll be here, editor, somewhere at the top.
Another 25 years, she says she'll be here somewhere at the top. Mapitso, when you were coming to Ghana and when you were joining the Multimedia Group, what were your expectations and how have they been adjusted along the line?
To be honest, I didn't have any expectations. I was ready for anything, and trust me, I experienced everything. I experienced so many different things. Culture shock was hectic. The culture shock was ridiculous because, I mean, you know what? Back in SA, things are very fast. And then here, things are a bit slower. You have to be patient. Yeah, you're in between. So I have to be a little bit patient. And how it communicates with people, that had to change a lot. So, because back in SA, we're very frank. Here, you kind of have to sugarcoat things and have to sort of somewhat pretend type of thing. Okay. Yeah, unlike in SA, we're just really frank. So that was kind of I clashed with a lot of people because I was just like, oh, but Gifty this, and then Gifty wouldn't like that, but Gifty and I.
But I'm a very frank person as well.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, in the newsroom is one of the places where you can be the most frank. I mean, you can say it as it is. One person I'm looking for is Elvis Kwashi. Elvis Kwashi is head of JoyNews. He doesn't like the TV. He puts people on TV, but he doesn't like the TV. We're going to break that record on the pulse because we'll put him on the TV. Mapitso, thanks for sharing your story. But we've got here in the newsroom a whole lot of interns. Now, these are great guys from school, great guys, some of them out of school who are helping us around here. Nicholas is my favorite. Nicholas, how are you? We played a story by Nicholas today. Nicholas, you made your debut on TV today. You're welcome to the Pulse. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. Nicholas, come and join us. Tell us about your experience at the Multimedia Group. When you were coming, what were your expectations?
I mean, I've learned a lot here since I've been here, and the experience is good. I didn't know anything about journalism before I came here, but thanks to the Multimedia Group, I can now report on issues affecting the society, which has helped me a lot.
I tell you, he has rehearsed that statement for a very long time. Nicholas, thank you for sharing your experience. I have Augustina here. Augustina, how are you doing? And PSA Nanaya Osafo, he doesn't, I mean, he's now showing his face on TV small. So, PSA, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, the camera can't see you guys. Okay, so here are our interns. So you tell us your name and quickly sum up your experience for us so we can call it around from here.
Yes, so I haven't been here for long, 5 months out of 25 years, but it's been great so far.
5 months out of 25 years?
Yes, and still learning, so yeah, so far.
What's your most memorable experience so far?
Most memorable, we did a story back with a colleague, Prisla, she's not around, on a gentleman who had tumor. And the reaction from the public, the immediate concern. I saw this on JoyNews. You're getting calls from as far as America, some from Dubai and other countries. It's really refreshing to inspire that change, and it makes us feel relevant in the job that we're doing.
Okay, Thank you very much. And we've got Augustina and, sorry, I missed your name. Sally, Augustina and Sally. I want to try and catch Elvis Kwashi. Okay. Honorable. That's how we call him here in the studio. He used to be our parliamentary affairs correspondent, now our presidential affairs correspondent, Elton Brobe. Elton, you used to add John to your name. Have you taken it out? Elton John Brobe.
I've silenced it.
You silenced it?
Yeah.
Elton, tell us, how has your journey been so far?
Well, it's been good. It's been challenging. I mean, it's always been. Every day presents new challenge, and we are always ready to confront it.
25 years of multimedia, and looking ahead, what do you have for our viewers and our listeners?
I think we'll continue to do what we do, but even do more, tell the story from the people and get authorities to answer, challenge the status quo. That's been our watchword, and I'm not sure that we want to depart from it. When people have decided to sing the praises of people who are supposed to serve us, we have decided to challenge them, and I'm sure that we'll continue to do so long as we live and work here at Multimedia.
Elton, thank you very much. Elton is slow but sure. He looks like he doesn't talk, but he can really talk and say a lot of things. We'll the studio, but I just want to catch a quick glimpse of my boss. Hi, Elvis. Elvis, you're live on the Pulse. Elvis doesn't like TV, like I said, but Elvis, today I just want to break the record. I'm sorry, forgive me. Elvis, hi, it's been great working with you. Elvis, 25 years of multimedia. A message for our audience. Elvis, 25 years, a message for our audience. Thank you very much for allowing us this interview.
Our job is to give our audience perspectives, entertain them and educate them. So we'll continue to do that. 2020 will be better.
Is that all?
Yes.
Trust me, I hope I don't get fired for this one. But this is Elvis Kwashi. We love him. He gives us a lot of pressure. I'm not joking. He gives us a lot of pressure. But I caught him today. I told you I'll get him and I'll break that record. And I have broken that record. Well, as I make my way back to the studio, Fred Smith is my producer. Fred Smith, he can also give some pressure. And he takes some pressure himself. Fred, how has it been?
Well, challenging. I have a long memory of the Multimedia Group, especially Joy FM. I dreamt of working here when I was in senior secondary school, SHS 2. Okay. You know, at the time there was only GBC, and we didn't really like the kind of music GBC played. It was kind of old-fashioned for us. Okay. So in my school, I went to school at the Ilo Krobo Senior High School. So we go to the top of a story building, and we use our Walkman those days to tune to some radio stations. And the only station we got outside GBC was Ray Power. Ray Power. At the time, Joy had not started. That was 2004. Okay. 1994. So in 1995, we went on vacation. When we came back, we went there, wanted to tune in, and we had some new station playing some nice music. And we said, wow. We checked and realized that station was right here in Ghana. Wow. We could listen to it anywhere. We didn't have to climb.
And you could identify with that.
We could identify because they were talking about things that mattered to us. Okay. And so that's how come. So I said, well, I will work here. So in 1995, I actually came here and met Komla Dumont, Fred Chidi. In fact, just after the morning show, they went down there. There was a kinky seller down there. So they went with me. I was just a small boy. They went with me and gave me advice what I can do to work here. Wow. It took quite some time. I worked in different places. One day, I was an editor somewhere in a TV station. I had a call from someone who said they wanted to meet me. It's about work at the Multimedia. I didn't know the job that I was always dreaming about.
Was coming to you on a silver platter.
Yeah. So.
And so far, how has the journey been? Let's look at that. What has been your high and what has been your low, if you want to share?
Well, I think what we've been able to do that I'm so proud of is try to save lives. That's one. Try to improve the conditions of different people. I know some of the stories we've done of people who had no hope at all. We did just by writing one script, half A4 sheet, we're able to transform them, help God to those people, and that's what I'm so proud about. It's been challenging as well. We've made mistakes during that period, but plus and minus, I think we have really impacted society.
We have indeed impacted society. Evan Spencer, I have not forgotten you. I'm just getting the signal to move on. But Araba Kumsin is here. Araba, how long have you been here?
I've been here for a little over 15 years.
Oh, Dear me, Arba has been here for 15 years. Now, Arba is a very interesting person. And and I used to say something I can't say on radio, on TV. Arba, how has the experience been as we wrap up our conversation in the newsroom?
Well, it's been a very interesting journey. Lots of highs, lots of lows, lots of ups and downs. But, you know, the ups were more than the downs, and the downs were learning curves. So it's been very interesting through it all.
In 2020, what should our audiences expect from us?
Excellence, as always.
Excellence, as always. Certainly, with Elvis Kwashi in the seat, we should be able to achieve that. We do have an intern here with a very interesting name, Evans Mensah. Not the Evans Mensah you know. He is seated right there. I couldn't talk to him, but I'm sure he's had a great experience. Aisha Ibrahim. Aisha, say hi to those who... Aisha does the poll sometimes when I'm not available. Aisha Ibrahim. Aisha, it's 25 years of multimedia. We're looking back with gratitude.
I think 5 years ago I joined this company. It's been very inspiring. It's been every day is a challenge, and it's been a learning process for me throughout the 5 years. I think that it's a wonderful team here at Multimedia, and even though there's so much pressure sometimes, I think the joy is the impact we make in society. Our stories, our documentaries, the results we get, it's what is fulfilling at the end of the day. So after 25 years, we can only thank God for bringing us this far, and also assure our viewers and listeners of nothing but the best that they know of us. This year, 2020, let's talk more action.
It's always been more action for me, Aisha. Aisha, thank you. Aisha, thank you very much. Who am I missing here in the newsroom before I go? Cornell, from Cornell. Joseph Opoku Gakpo, our parliamentary affairs correspondent. Joseph, do you want to join me around here? So we just do a very quick one. Joseph, it's been very good for you. You've traveled the most since last year.
I can't
You've traveled the most, and I can confidently say, and I can confidently say, it is the association with the multimedia brand that has brought you this far. Tell us more.
The very claim is an allegation you can substantiate with any evidence, by the way. So then it's not basis enough to begin any analysis, but it's been good. God has blessed the organization so much, and we look forward to better years ahead.
We look forward to better years ahead, Joseph. For 2020, if you say better years ahead, what do you want our viewers to expect from somebody like you, our parliamentary affairs correspondent?
It's been 25 years of media excellence, huge impact, impact journalism, a lot of difference in the lives of ordinary people. Going forward, I look forward to all of us doing even more of that. Putting a lot more focus on the everyday things that matter to the ordinary people, and helping ensure development. In the absence of that, the journalism we do is virtually useless.
Okay. I'll be wrapping up as we do sports. We'll be doing sports, but this place, we call it the Executive Lounge. That's the name we gave it. The gated community, they say. As we wrap up, I just want you to say hi to everybody that's here. I just want the people who are here to say hi to. That's Emily. Emily Nyako. I remember walking in here about 8 years ago, and Emily was one of the people who took photos of us, and I found her to be a very strict person. Emily, say hi to our viewers on the pulse.
Hi. Please expect the best from JoyNews from now till 25 years. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Emily Nyako, she's a channel manager. I do have Malik Abbas Dabu here, head of our investigative desk. Malik, Alaji, what do you say? Oh, we can't show this. We can't show this.
Malik, why did you get here? Where's the Kwambwati is here?
It's coffee brokman. I mean, it's roasted plantain. They will call it coffee brokman around here with granules. We eat that a lot. Malik, Malik, 25 years it's been. We're celebrating the day. We're looking back with gratitude. Any message for our audience?
Well, it's been 25 years of great work, sacrifices, tears, but of course it's also been 25 years of impactful journalism, dedication and commitment to helping play our part in building a prosperous, respectable country. What we can promise is that we will continue to do that which we do hold people accountable regardless of how angry they are sometimes when you ask them questions. But that is what we have committed ourselves to doing. We will continue to do that dispassionately, without any agenda, without any targeting anybody for whatever reason. We do our work. Our work is not accentuated by malice.
Okay, everybody's saying he's doing analysis now. Thank you very much. But we didn't come for analysis. We just came for a short message. But we will continue doing our work, even if it has to take Kofi Brookman. Helps us along the way. Kwaku Owusu-Prepra here. It's been a great journalist. Came to join the family here in Accra from Takoradi. Kofi, Kwaku, a quick one. I know you won't give us analysis. A quick one.
Happy birthday to JoyNews.
I should go now before we end up in more blunders. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the newsroom. This is our life. For me, this is my life. I wake up, I come here, I spend all my life here, and it's been a great journey for me. We have great colleagues who help us, get through the day. It gets frustrating, but this is our life. And we commit to supporting the community, supporting Ghana, and making it a better place.